bet Google could help
So
you.
it's September 25th, and they go to the finals. You're going until fall just started, so you're going to the beginning of summer.
Yeah. It'll be a long one.
Who gets final shot? J. King, who gets final shot for the BWA?
Mook. Definitely Mook. Gotta be Mook.
Hero.
I was going to say Rozier.
It's going to end up being Mook.
White's
It
up
is going to end up
30-29, 2.4 on the clock.
They always go to someone. Oh, Mook passing it in.
Kick back to Mook.
Oh, no, the master of the heat,
Give back.
Marcus.
Who do you got?
Shemmy from the corner. I call Shemmy from the corner.
Ooh, Shemmy from the corner.
That's bold, Abby.
I mean, it's not going to be from anywhere else for Shemmy.
That's really, but we'll know you can get the sneaky access.
Ref giving Jayson Tatum the business.
JT firing up the squad.
Oh, there wasn't. Baines was looking for the kickback.
Oh!
Gotta let it fly, Baines.
Oh.
Gotta let it fly.
Mook is already salty.
Yeah, was that the play? Jay threw up in the huddle? Good God.
Mook going right to Brad to complain.
No good.
As you look ahead, Jaylen, towards this season, you said when we were able to catch up with you at Summer League, and you said that you wanted LeBron to stay in the East. You wanted to be the team that would go through him. What are your thoughts now in just how the East looks and LeBron going to the Lakers and joining the West?
It's tough. People make comments about the East and the West. I think the East is just as good as the West. I think the West maybe has more individual all-stars maybe, but I think the East has just as many good teams. So it's not going to be easy on either side, you know, to make it to the finals or to make it to wherever you want to make it to. So for us, we just got to make sure we cover all our bases and enjoy the process. Like we all want to be at the mountaintop, but the climbing the mountain is where you have the most growth and when you learn the most.
Now, you talk about the finals. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this. But on the pull-up pod, you got a lot of attention from what you said in terms of, you said that this Celtics team is no doubt going to the NBA Finals. Why were you comfortable making that statement? Because I think a lot of people would say, okay, now you've put some pressure on your shoulders and the team's shoulders, but why were you comfortable saying that publicly?
I think anybody else would say the same thing. I think that's the mindset that we have. I mean, it's not set in stone, of course. So we have to put in the work and do everything that's possible for us to make it there. But my mindset is that we're going to get there, no doubt about it.
I hope so. I haven't been there since 2010, so take me back, please.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go with a war of twisted words and, you know, he could have said this, he could have said that, because honestly, I leave that to the media. But my job is to really cement myself as the leader of the Boston Celtics, you know, along with all our other great players, and really relish in that opportunity. You know, obviously, it's everyone else's job to look forward to my future before I can. So, you know, I just really thought it was important to make sure it's known that, you know, this franchise is really built for the next few years of being at the top tier of teams in the league. And who wouldn't want to be a part of that? I mean, you know, what more could you ask for from an organization to really elevate your game? And, you know, when you want to be along those same lineage of greatness of guys that have come before you, I mean, you know, there are times where I think about having number 11 in the Raptors hopefully one day, and I mean, that's a dream, you know, so why not? You know, it wasn't so much coming out, but, you know, it's the truth. I feel that way about my teammates. I feel that way about this organization, so looking forward to the challenge this year.
What's it like for you to know you guys are coming back? Gordon Hayward is also back as well.
It's fun. It's a little scary at times thinking about the potential and what we have to live up to as individuals and as a team, going after it every single night. You know, obviously the big thing is just managing our egos individually, because this is probably, you know, this is the best team of talent that I've been on, just 1 through 10. I mean, it's just 1 through 5 is solid, and 6 through 10 is even solid as well. So when you have that type of kind of manpower to go out there and talent, then you have to manage that very well. And I leave it up to Brad to do a great job as well as Danny. And then I'm kind of the quarterback on the floor and just echoing what they want out there and going out there and being myself.
I know Tom Brady would say it's great to play quarterback with a ton of talent around you.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing that on the court for these guys. What do you think is going to be like the most deadly, offensive action that you guys can run this season? Because there's so many options.
I think the biggest thing is capitalizing on all our possessions. You look at some of the upper echelon of teams, and they probably have about 98 possessions, 97 possessions a game, and they're scoring about 111, 114 points. And they maximize the talent that they have on the floor every single time down, whoever's playing. So I think we have that opportunity to throw out different lineups and then just make something work. But we don't have to rest. We don't have to kind of kind of settle into the game. We have enough talent to go out and dominate teams. So why not go out and do it every single night?
Jayson, we spoke about your first welcome to the NBA moment going up against LeBron James on opening night, but a lot has changed since then. Following Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, you guys hugged, embraced in the middle of the court. What is that like for you to know that you have the respect of one of the best players in the NBA?
Of all time.
Yeah. I mean, it means everything, especially coming from somebody like him. Even though, we're both in the NBA, that moment, I will always remember it. It was definitely bigger to me than it probably was to him. He probably doesn't know the impact that can have on young guys like myself that are trying to earn the respect of, players like him. So, it was a great moment. I'm thankful.
What did he say to you? Exactly.
Can't tell you.
Okay.
I know what he
thought
did
maybe
do.
some time had passed that you would maybe
He
share
showed you a
us
little
the
more
secret.
love than he did on Twitter years back, right?
Yeah.
So finally, the guy comes over and says something to you. But no, let's talk about a couple other, high-level basketball players that you worked out with this summer. I mean, you got some time with Kobe, right? What was that like?
It was like a dream
That's
come
your
true.
idol, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite basketball player of all time. So to have that interaction with him on a real, personal level, that really meant the world to me because I had all his jerseys, his shoes, posters in my room, and now we're both in the gym, working out together. And I still can't believe it.
Excites you the most
But you
about
missed Jayson. He started with the
Jayson.
exclamation point.
What excites you the most about being able to play with Gordon and Kyrie back now?
I think just to finally have our entire team, our full team, and those guys are just excited, to get back on the floor as we are to have them back. So, just to be out there and build that chemistry from tomorrow until the end of the season.
What do you think that's going to be like for you to build that chemistry again? Had it with Kyrie, but Gordon kind of reintegrating himself back in.
Because chemistry is just as important to a winning team as the players you have on that team. You can have a lot of talent, but you got to figure out a way to play well with each other.
I feel like this is a little bit like, Duke and Kentucky, where every year so much talent is on the team that everyone's like, oh, how are they going to work out? And there's so much talent on this team. So how will you guys make this work?
Because we have a lot of great, high-character guys on this team that, are willing to put other things to the side to better enhance our team. And, all we care about is winning. That's all that matters.
Kyrie said the exact same thing just a little while ago. He's like, I feel like I'm in a different place this year because everything was so new.
Right.
When you add that all together with you and Kyrie, obviously two very important parts of this team feeling that way, and then everyone else coming back for a second, third season, what do you think that creates in terms of an environment for you guys to start up tomorrow and the excitement and what you guys want to accomplish in the long run?
Yeah, I mean, I think hopefully we can, since we're past, kind of getting to know each other like that part, we can just get right into getting the basketball side right. There's still, a lot of work to be done if we want to get to where eventually we feel like we should be able to get to, and that work starts tomorrow. But, I think it's after watching everybody, which I got a front row seat last year, after watching the whole team, it's just very exciting with the depth that we have, the talent that we have. We can do a lot of things.
Offensively, when you guys get onto the court, what do you think you guys can accomplish? And Brad, when he was sitting here earlier, he said that's the side that this team really needs to improve upon as compared to last season. So what do you think you guys can do offensively this year?
Well, hopefully we can we have so many weapons. Like, hopefully, as soon as the game start, we can just get rolling. Sometimes, you know, some of the, like, usually on teams, it takes guys a little. You kind of ease yourself into the game, but we don't have to do that this year because we have so many weapons. So, you know, hopefully we share the basketball. We can play a little more up tempo, get some easy looks. But, you know, like I said, one through whoever we put in on the court should make an impact. I think we're that good, and so I think that'll really, you know, be able to hurt teams.
What's good, y'all? It's kingtise. Welcome back to Throughout the Association. And, man, I like that it's media day because I love the NBA, but I don't like it at the same time because I got to do so many videos. But say hello and congratulations to the 2019 Eastern Conference champions, the Boston Celtics. I think Toronto will be tough, but there are no questions about it. The Boston Celtics are 1,000% for sure going to the NBA Finals. Now, I'm with Jaylen Brown. The Eastern Conference is not as bad as everyone say it is. It's not the West, but people only say it's that bad to try to diminish what LeBron has done. LeBron's just so good that those teams can't beat him. But that won't just be the case in the East. The West will be the same thing. The same thing going to happen in the West. It's only 2 teams in the West that can beat LeBron in a 7-game series. That's Houston and Golden State. Everybody else, they will not be able to beat him in a 7-game series. He is that good. But Boston, they took LeBron to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. That's arguably their 2 best players. So what y'all think they're going to do this year with both of them? They going to the damn finals. They going to the next 4 or 5 finals if they can keep this team together, which it sounds like Kyrie want to stay. Jimmy Butler. And Kyrie looks stronger too, but I cannot wait to watch this Boston team play led by Brad Stevens. This team is unguardable. There is no defense for this team. You just got to be great in your defensive rotations and hope they miss. They are that good offensively, and they great on defense. If Golden State didn't have DeMarcus Cousins, I might have told y'all that Boston going to win the championship. But with DeMarcus Cousins, Golden State, nobody is beating Golden State. I'm sorry. Nobody is beating Golden State. I want y'all to know that. If Golden State is healthy, 100%, everybody playing, nobody has a chance against Golden State. Boston will have a great year. They go into the finals, but ultimately, they'll lose in 6 or 7 to Golden State. Golden State is three-peating this year. No questions about it. What you guys think about this? And definitely subscribe.